What's going on, everybody? I just realized that it's quarter till 3, and I don't really have a lot of time to do a car stream here before I want to start up Space News. So, yeah, we're just gonna do this on Twitch and go from there. It's not even gonna be enough time to really make it like a its own car stream thing. Like to make it an episode. I've been working on the rocker panels in the car, but yeah, I've been up for a little while today. I'd get up at the butt crack of dawn. But yeah, here, let me get you out into those fumes are gonna get to you. Well, I had the garage door open, so we good. Here, let's go out in the shop. I'll show you what's going on. Okay, can you hear me? Testing. So in car news, what do you think of that Ford info from Formula One? Formula One? We're in sync? All right, cool. What do I think? That's interesting. I just wish I cared. I wish I cared. Formula One's clown shoes, dude. It's freaking clown shoes and you know it. Don't even pretend like it's not. It's clown shoes, bro. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna do this out on Twitch here today. I had to go to the dentist today. Teeth look good. Yeah, see, making some good progress. And then I came up here. I did cooked Primo some lunch, and then I came up here. I heated up pizza for what it's worth. Didn't take very long. But I've been up here making parts for this thing. We gotta make a couple more pieces. We gotta weld a couple more pieces in. Sneeze. But watching Verstappen at the start of Monaco, I don't care. Bro, I don't care. I don't. That's funny, but I don't care. The NASCAR race is more fun to watch, except for the ending, except for the last lap. The last lap sucked. All right. So.
Discovery, go at
Hey, Jared, been stamping out new sheet metal with those fresh chompers. That's right. Last lap was great. I was more alluding to who won the race. I'm sick of 23XI already, Jackal. I'm sick of them. Whine your way to victory.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. Somebody else win. I don't care if it's a Chevy. All right, so take a look. Tell me what you see. Everyone's blaming Hocevar. If anything, it's his spotter's fault, dude. Whatever. I love how Bubba went up to him and told him, kindly told him how to race, so even though he's ahead of him in the points. That's cute. So, what do you think, dudes? I got this front piece that we made on stream the other day in. I just tacked it, and I warped this one a little bit, which I'm not happy about, but it is in. And then this piece I just made, and then there's another one down here that I don't want to show you up close because I warped the snot out of it. I had the heat just a little bit too high, but yeah, it's in, it's there, it exists. So, you know, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. So all these pieces kind of look, even though they look all a little bit mismatched, what I'm going to do, they're all a little bit longer than they need to be on this side. Here, let me pull you guys in. They're all a little bit longer than they need to be. When I weld them all in, I'm just going to zip the bottom off and make it all nice and even. It'll look good. So I have this next piece, which is going up against the seat belt mounts. That one's made. And then, you know, we can tack this thing in. I got to be very careful with the heat. I warped the snot out of our original piece that we made down here. Down over here. No good. No good. This one's a little bit warped up front, but it's all right. It's more or less straight, but that thing is definitely part of the car. If you look, it's part of it. And then what I think we'll do, after I get this piece tacked in, we'll make a bridge piece that goes from here to get the flat part right. And then we make the last piece here, and then the triangular piece goes right in there. It shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. We've made some good progress here. Made some good progress. Let me bend this camera down so you guys can see a little better. Hang on a minute. Yeah. See, we got all this kind of figured out. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Here, I'm gonna put the light over by you guys. Ooh. The light shines at a hertz that matches the camera's refresh rate. You see that? You see it pulsing? Yeah, well, how about we don't do that? How about we don't use that? Look. Oh, that's, yeah. That one works. Wish I had a smaller tripod. The small tripod that I have is on the freaking Vivitar. And I don't feel like going up there and getting it because it's like way up on top of a shelf. So, you know. This'll work. There. All right, let me go back over to chat. So yeah, that's, oh yeah, I gotta frame that shot a little bit better, hold on. I took all the transmission fluid out, dude. I cleaned it all out. That's the other thing that I did today, dude. There's no transmission fluid under there. I got rid of all of it. That was messy. Yeah. I cleaned all underneath the car, make sure there's nothing flammable under there, dude. Yeah, you can't really see it because of the quarter panel, but yeah. Oh, hi, car man. I like how the trunk is open, ready to receive the flux capacitor compartment. I mean, yeah, but this car isn't good for a flux capacitor. We don't want that. It's just regular mild steel. You need stainless steel construction. It's better for flux dispersal. So like you want like a DeLorean or a Cybertruck. You know, the way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine, why not build it, you know, into a car with some style? Last, for mitigating warping. How are you welding it? Is it so much heat? I'm just not being patient. I'm not being patient, and it's just a little bit too much heat. Hey, Chief, what's going on, buddy? So, yeah, that's where we're at. Let me,
Discovery.
I'm going to tack this piece in place, and we'll go from there. I'll zip it into the seat, to the seat mount. All good. How are you? How's the family? Everybody's, yeah, we're all right. We're all right.
Discovery. Go and throttle up.
Everything's okay. Yeah. Good as we're going to be, dude. YouTube is asking where's stream. The YouTube stream will go live during Twitch, during Space News. Hey, Old Force. Good Z, what's up? So good to be here. Give our love to Bremo and Titan. Yep, thank you. Likewise, dude. Right back at you and your family, dude. Yeah, it's okay. We're doing all right. We're getting there, dude. Just rebuilding it day at a time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I know I haven't been streaming much, but I kind of need a freaking break. I kind of need a break. You know how crazy it's been for me to say that. It's pretty much been nonstop stimuli since the Artemis mission took off. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Since basically, yeah, the day the Artemis mission flew, it's been nonstop. Yep. And then I came right back and went right to Kansas. And I came right back, had about a week of trying to grind the stream back out, and then my wife almost died, and then, yeah, it's just been rehabilitation since then. Like, just because I'm only here for like 6 to 8 hours on stream, like Bree can't lift anything because of her surgery. Like, I've been over this, but yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm basically doing all the chores. I'm doing everything. I'm maintaining the whole house. Like everything right now, like even, you know, taking Titan out and playing with him. Like, Bree can only pretty much sit there and work for like another, I mean, she's getting better now, but like that's what I've been doing for the last 3 weeks. Yeah. You see one of the power bunkers blew out after flight 12, like blew out the walls? No, but that's cool. How's the healing process going? She's good. Probably another week of, actually, I think they said 8 weeks surgery, so that's like another 2 weeks, give or take, 6 to 8 weeks. So, yeah, we'll probably pick up the, you know, a more punctual schedule. Probably, yeah, the next 2 weeks, something like that. Yeah, it's been, it's a lot of work, dudes. Yeah. So around flight 13. I was thinking like maybe the last week of June. And then the first week of July, my birthday, I turned 38, which is lovely. But yeah, it's just, yeah, it's been a lot. I need a break. I need to just sit for a week and just get everything kind of back into the groove. But I digress. Let's weld some things. All right. Wait 2 years, it gets worse. Ernock, I started taking care of myself, dude. Like, that's the other thing. That was kind of, the whole thing with Bree got a little scary. So I'm, not that like it was a health-induced problem. It's just luck of the draw, but like, you know, I'm getting up there. I don't want my back to not work in 20 years, you know? So, have you lost any weight? I was doing good, healthish. I got down to probably like 240, and then this whole hospital thing happened, and that was the end of that. I think I was 263 again on the scale this morning. It's not great, but what are you gonna do?
Gotta eat your veggies. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? You behind the bike shed. Stand still, laddie.
I'm 6'4", pace. I should be probably around 220. 220, 230 is really where I need to be. Probably a little bit, yeah, I'd say 220 is right. At least that's what my doctor says, so. Yeah, man, that's what I mean about collecting my thoughts. I got to rebuild habits. That's the biggest thing from this. All my habits are basically out the door. Like, you know, the things that you do every day to like make sure you're good to go. Like, it's just been sporadic. Life has a tendency to keep you from losing weight. Yeah, 220 sounds good. Yeah, I need to lose about 40 pounds. If I lose about 40 pounds, I'll be good to go. But like, yeah. That's kind of the other reason why I wanted to stay clean shaven, because I can see my stupid double chin, right? It's not much, but it's there. It's a reminder. The beard covers it up, and you're like, oh, I look good. No, you don't. You know? So, yeah, it's just been psychological stuff. Play psychological games with your brain, because it's going to play psychological games with you. All right. Turning into Fat Tony. You're nice. Yeah. Have you read Atomic Habits? It's all about building systems that make or break habits. Mason, how I did it, dude, was just, call it an iterative process. And I still do most of them. It's just kind of, yeah. Like, dude, going, like, through the Artemis missions after DBF, like, I was locked in, man. We were locked in. I was up here at the same exact time every day, ready to go for stream, ready to crank out that Orion capsule. Like, yeah, I was locked in. I gotta re-lock in. But how I did it was, over time, I just built up habits, right? Now, I've told you guys about my morning routine. I get up. I get up probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I know people are like, well, 8:30, I get up at butthole o'clock. I don't care. I don't care. You don't go to bed at midnight. All right? Shut up. I get up about 8, 9 o'clock, somewhere in there. Put on coffee. Take a shower. 3 songs. Wash. Come out of the shower, brush your teeth, deodorant, vitamins. Out, get coffee, check the news for 30 minutes. When that's all done, it's usually around 10 o'clock. And then this is where that part of the routine is intact. What I would do before is come out here, do some work on the car, and then 11:30 comes around, boom, go play games. Where my day-to-day operations right now are getting all messed up is pretty much then. I have to go jaunt the dog. We say jaunt because if anybody's watching with their dog, you understand what I'm saying. They don't, though. We jaunt the dog. I take him out back and we play. Sorry, I said it. Sorry, dog owners. I've been, watering the plants. I do the dishes. Just make sure everything is like A-okay. Where do you stand with your NSF obligations? I'm fine with them, dude. We're just doing Flame Trench right now. But yeah, I basically, the want to do something like one other launch stream along with Flame Trench a week, yeah, that went out the window. Yeah, couldn't keep that one going. 4:15 a.m. to 8 p.m. old man schedule. So, yeah, usually like it's get ready to go and then go to work and then come up here, work on this for a little bit and then go. Right now it's just doing everything else, like everything else. And yeah, it's just, my days are pretty much nonstop, even going in and out of stream, pretty much nonstop from like 8 a.m. probably to like whenever we stop the stream, 8 p.m. And then even then, I come in and cook dinner and stuff. Like, it's been a lot, dude. But I'll get it. We're good. When Bree, another couple weeks, Bree will get better, and then we're back. We'll get back into the groove. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. But it's okay. Just trying to balance everything, and thank you for being here, dudes. Just figure I'd tell you guys what's going on. Why I'm just so sporadic in the schedule right now. This thing's not going to the moon, but you do what you like. Yeah. My favorite technique is habit stacking. Basically add new habits to establish habits. That's how I got into this habit, Mason. I started just by getting up at the right time. You know, I make my bed every day. I say that ironically, but I've made my bed every day for like the past 3 years. Every day. No exceptions. Yeah. And honestly, like, discipline is what got me through. Like, I don't know if you guys have like a daily routine, and if you get a curveball and your daily routine gets all screwed up, if it screws up the rest of the day, like if you have a doctor's appointment in the morning and you go into work, show up at work at like 2 in the afternoon and you leave at 5, like what's the point? Right? You're not gonna be as locked in as you usually are, right? Like, yeah, that's that discipline, doing the same damn thing every day, Mason, and stacking habits got me through May. I am causing stress. No, Bree, you're not causing stress. I'm just telling them what's going on. We're good. I'm good. I am A-okay. Mint. I gotta weld this thing before space news though, so let's find the welding jacket. I don't know where I put that. Oh, there it is, okay. All right, so we gotta be careful with the heat in the welder. I put too much heat into some of those panels and they were not happy. But let me turn the welder on and we'll get to it. Ooh. That's great. Oh, I think I have my big compressor and the welder plugged into the same circuit. Whoops. Oopsies. Holy crap.
I'm sorry.
What's up?
Did you water the plants?
I did water the plants, yes.
All right, cool.
While we were out here having fun with the dog. We were frolicking.
Well, the water's hot, so I'll turn it off.
Hot water, the hot water comes from the sun heating up the hose.
Comes from leaving the hose on in the sun.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
Even if you turn the hose off, there's still water in the line, babe. Whatever.
I'll leave it on then.
Doesn't matter. Just run it, just spray the ground for like 30 seconds and it'll get cold.
No.
All right, whatever, don't do that. Whatever, don't do it, I don't care. Whatever, boff, puke, whatever. Where's my money? Don't worry, pizza, we'll have it for you by next week. Dude, my door makes a ridiculous noise. There we go. Welder is on. The door, because I hit the door with the snowblower. Hasn't worked right since. I think your car's in pieces. Yeah? The water can't get hot if it circulates. How's it going to circulate when the hose is off? You think I got a tail light out? Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. All right, we're gonna weld that. We're gonna tack weld this piece in. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. Heard the combo correctly, but I'm scared to get involved. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Bree wants to shut the hose off when we're not watering the plants, and I don't. And it doesn't. The water is still in the line. Unless you purge the line, the water's gonna be hot no matter if you turn the hose on or off. It don't make a difference, mate. It doesn't make a difference. But you know what? You know what, Bree? You do what you want. You can shut it off. I don't care. I don't care. All right. You guys are just going to see some really pretty flashes here. Let me get my clippers. So I turned the heat down because these other panels I warped pretty hard, so. Let me just, so I've painted this panel front and rear so it doesn't rust. I have 4 holes drilled here to get at this the seat mount. And yeah, I think we are set to jet, MacGruber. All right, here we go. I didn't get all of it, but she ain't moving now. Let's go over here. There we go. We can take these off. So these are 2 of the seat bracket mounts. That's why I drilled the holes there. Let's get up at this front one. That one was good. Yeah. We're just missing, we're not getting all of the hole, but that's okay. That's okay. One more.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
There we go. All right. I'm just gonna chill for a second and let this panel just hang for a moment. I just put a lot of heat into it. But turning down, let me touch it. Is it hot? Yeah, she's pretty warm. Yeah, it's pretty warm to the touch. All right, we gotta let that chill for a moment. And then we'll start getting the smaller holes. Hey, Nabak, what's up, dude? Mind the gas tank? Gas tank? The gas tank's over there. It's on my trash can. See it right here? What do you mean mind the gas tank? What are you talking about? There ain't no gas in this car. The gas tank's over there. What are you talking about, buddy? The phone lines are over there. What'd I tell you? The phone lines are over there. I'll open up the door. We'll open the door to get some heat in here. Oh, bro, man, ain't got no gas in it. I don't want any gas in it right now, boy. It does have gas in it, mostly nitrogen. Yeah, you're right. Right. Deactivated. So yeah, we'll just wait a second here before we'll let that panel cool off before we put more heat into it. We're gonna have to just go through those plug welds one more time. Are you installing a nuclear motor? You know what, Dihacks? No, I'm not, but would you believe me if I told you that you're not the first one to ask that? Like, there seems to be a, like, will of the internet to make this thing nuclear powered. As, you know, like I can do that. You know, I'm sure in 2026, nuclear material is available in every corner drugstore. Do you prefer Ford Performance to the new Ford Racing brand? Indifferent. Just drop a Corvega motor in it. Yeah. No. Think of the range. Yeah. You can go far. Bro, that's like the fuel tank for this car is like a 20-gallon tank, dude. You're just gonna at least put a jet turbine in it, since we can't do nuclear. Best I can do is a turbocharger, which is kind of a jet. It's a jet minus the combustor. The combustor is the engine, so it's kind of a jet engine. No, unfortunately, if we had a DeLorean, it would require something with a little more kick. Plutonium. Plutonium. Are you saying that this sucker is nuclear? No, this sucker's electrical. But I need a nuclear reactor to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity I need. Yeah, once we get that rocker panel on, guys, we can, and once again, I'm just letting the welds cool for a second. Then we could start hacking this thing up to fit correctly, which is going to be pretty sick. Yeah, man, this is going to be good. What is the goal to go on this again? I can't remember, 5.7 or 6.4. 5.7 at least initially. We'll get the 5.7 from that Dodge out there, from the Ram that I have. I don't know. It depends, dude. Part of me is like, go find a 6.4. Part of me is like, go find a 6.4 and an 8 HP 70 just out of a totaled 300 or a total Dodge Charger and have at it. We'll bring the whole new meaning to hot rod. Yeah, right. Did you rip that off course from a group of Libyan nationalists? They wanted me to build them a bomb, so I took their plutonium and gave them a shoddy bomb casing full of used pinball machine parts. The heck is a gigawatt? Yeah, part of me is like, just go find a 300C that's destroyed and just part the thing out and just put everything in. But the truck motor I got for short money, so yeah, I don't know. Think about it. either way, I mean, we're just still doing shell work right now, so if none of it matters, it doesn't matter what motor I put in if none of this works. See, this warped. That's why it's not lining up. I have to push this damn thing back and then pull it forward like that. That's okay. We'll get it. I screwed up some of the welds because I put too much heat in, but it's all right. Okay. Yeah, it's still hot. We got to let it cool for a little bit longer. I just don't want to put too much heat into it and warp the stupid thing like I did that panel right there. You can see the damn warp from that thing. Yeah, zeros. We'll hit 400, 400. Yeah. Yeah. We're also going to need to stiffen the chassis, I think. I'm thinking subframe connectors would probably be a good idea, especially if we're doing the floor. You might as well. You know what your problem is, Pace? You're a slacker. Eat lead, slackers. Auto strut. Yeah, subframe connectors are basically auto strut for the car. Yep. And this is why I'm like, part of me was like, don't turn the stream on because you got to wait. And the other part of me was like, turn the stream on so they could see it. Because you got to kind of sit here and wait for the heat to go out of that thing. It's all right. It's fine. So yeah, once I have the inner rocker all patched, then we can start hacking the outer rocker, get that into position. You know, make sure that's nice and straight, make sure that's all good. Then we can go do our work with the quarter panel here, changing the door jambs around and stuff. You got a thermal camera? No. Kind of need one though, don't you think? Okay. Yep. So once that, sorry, I just needed to see that message. Once the outer rocker is good, right, and we're all structural up in here, we can get the new door jamb in, we can build the new door jamb out, right? Get it flush with the fender, and then start hanging the quarter, which will be very good. I noticed this, the quarter panel stamping doesn't have, it's not all of the car here, so I'm gonna need to, just on a side note, I need to do more fabrication work back here, but that's okay. You could press your cool skin against it. You love the door sound? Yeah, the doors are how, Pace, the doors are how I'm making sure everything is still flush. If the doors close without hitting the striker, right, and all you hear is the latch mechanism, that means somehow this car is still straight. It's straight because it's up on jack stands. I leveled everything as best as I could. I think the front of the car might be a little bit high because when we took this thing off, when we took the quarter panel off, it was getting hung up. I went back and watched part of that, and it was getting hung up on the front, like the front of the car was too high up in the air. But I don't know. But yeah, the car is very, very straight. At least the shell. The shell is level. But it's not structural. The only reason why it's level is because it's up on stands. There's jack stands, like there's 2 there, 4 there, 2 holding the transmission up, 2 on the outer frame rails, and then 2 more up front. This floor is pretty damn level, and I did kind of accommodate here and there to get it right. But like putting the jack stands under certain components. But yeah, she's pretty dead straight, which is what it needs to be, or else the thing will, if I didn't have this thing nice and level, right? And then I went to you went to weld everything in, right? It might weld it crooked. And then you might go to put the car down, it might lean to one side, or might go down the road kind of sideways like this, you know? Anyway, let's get back to it. Let me see how hot this is. She's good now. We're good. Automobile? Dong, where's my automobile? Dong, Grandpa is talking to you. Dong. Sorry, John Hughes movie. All right, let's roll. It is a classic, man. It's a classic. All right. Okay.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Goat at throttle up. Okay. It's all nice and flush. I'm gonna need to get on my back to do this. How the frick are we gonna stay comfortable when we do this? All right, let me open up the door. It'll be easier. Yeah, okay. All right. Here we go. Good plug weld. Good pen. Yep. That was really nice. That was a good weld. All right, let's do the same thing up at the front. It's just gonna be a big flash. Sorry about that. I don't have the guard set up. That one was not as good, but it still made it. All right. I didn't like that last one, but how warm is the panel? Heat's pretty localized around the tack welds, or around the spots, so. We'll do one right in the center. That wasn't a good one. I didn't get, that wasn't a good angle on my part. I left there's a little gap up at the top, dudes. It's not great. And I don't want to hit it again because you'll just warp it some more. So just got to wait. And we'll hit probably one in the center, and then another one in the center over here. Keep melting the very top piece, dude. That sucks. That's the same, I did the same exact thing, which is great for consistency, but it's consistently wrong. I got most of it that time. And also, the panel is very much in there. It is very much in place, which is good. Where's the wire brush? I gotta clean this up. Let me just see how hot is this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna let it cool again before we fix these. That plug weld is fantastic. The other three are not great, or the other four. They're close. That one's close. It's just there's all of them have just a little gap in them, and that's on me. It's just, yeah, weird angle, and also I suck. So just, you know, it is what it is. But it ain't going nowhere. So I just, yeah, part of me wants to use this thing to get better at, you know, that whole welding thing. And, you know, that one's perfect. The other one's kind of blow, though. But, you know, it is what it is. You see, there's just, yeah, you can see them on the stream. There's just little holes up at the top. And I just need to make sure that this is strong. This is a very, very important piece of the car. Like, these plugs are strong and they're not contaminated. This is more, and I feel that I have the right voltage and the right feed. Maybe the voltage might just be a smidge on the high side. You know what? I'll turn it down just a little bit more. We're close. This is close to being right. There we go. I turned it down a half letter. We're good. Yeah, since it's hidden, all that matters is strength. Yeah, yeah, that's basically where I'm at, Bob. I just, you know, if there's little holes and everything, it's not adhering. You're not adhering all the surface area that you could be. That's my big thing. That's the big one. That's what I'm like really concerned about. I just want this thing to be strong as hell. All right, I'm gonna wait another couple minutes before we do that again. Yeah, farm, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I just turned the voltage down just a smidge. Just a smidge, so like, because I can get it, right, when I'm doing the plug. Sometimes when I'm like moving around on the plug weld and trying to swirl it off, right, it burns through and then it leaves that stupid hole there. Those holes that are on the top, which I just turned down the voltage just a teeny bit. Just a smidge. You know, a smidge. Somebody just drove by outside with a two-step. Guy got on the car and it went pop, 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 pop. At least it sounded like a two-step. Either that or it's just some moron with a exhaust kit that pops. Take your ring off? Way ahead of you, dude. I've been working in the shop all day, dude. Don't worry about it. We've been working in the shop all day. I'm wondering, maybe we can cut another piece while we're here. I'm just thinking about how we're going to do that bottom. That, the part that connects all the front together. All right, let's get back to it. What I'm gonna do with this is, with the lower voltage, I'm just gonna try to fill some of these holes. Yeah. You should probably put the welding gloves on, dickhead. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Might be high time for a new pair. Okay, let's do this. It's one hole patched. Two. Three. Four. Yeah, I like this voltage. This is working. All right. That's good, man. Real good. I was able to get a little bead going where I just plugged over all those holes. Now we're just gonna get at the ones that we screwed up. I blew through just a smidge, but good. Good, good. All right, they're all plugged up. It's not pretty, but the ones that are there are all plugged and ready to go. Let me see if I can fix something on this part down here. Yeah. It's not pretty, but we plugged it. Good. Good. There's a little bit of warp in this thing, but that's all right. All right, now I'm gonna see if I can tack this thing in place. Oh. Yup. There we go. I got it. I wanted to put a tack right there so I could hopefully bend this panel back into position. I warped it too much. So I tacked it when I was pushing in. Nope, missed. There we go. So now I can pull this sucker out and get it to match. With a little tack right there. There we go. Got it. Nice. It's not great, but it'll work. All right, let's go back up here. Keep doing that same thing where I just can't bridge the top of the weld. I think I might be going too fast. So for this one, I'm gonna slow down just a little bit. I slowed down in my movement on that one, and it's almost right. Whatever I did over there, I did it really good. I wish I could just do that over and over again. That would be really smart. It would be a really smart thing to do. Well, it ain't going anywhere. Those tacks look, those plugs look so bad, dude. What am I doing wrong? Whatever. All right, let's let the heat get out of there. You're fighting gravity, but see that one in the top left, Geek? The one in the top left, I nailed it. It's just, yeah, I'm not doing something right with my hand. It might just be the position because it's low to the ground. Yeah, weld to the bottom first. What I'm doing, if, let's say this tape is the plug, I'm starting here and trying to work my way up. But right when I get to here, it always blows out. So what I do is drag it across and then go down. Because when I get to the top here, it just doesn't do it. I've tried swirling all the way around, but maybe we can do zzz down and then zzz the other side. So like do a half circle, go straight down and then go up the other side. I don't know. It's just, but that's no different than what I did on that first one. First plug weld I did perfect. Start at the top. Top? All right. It's just a weird angle because this thing is bent, so I'm kind of welding at a straight. That's why when I get to a certain distance, it gets too close. Yeah. Because I'm welding not upside down, but you know, if I start here and then work up, right? Start here and then work up, you get too close. Dickhead. That makes sense. I mean, the welds are fine. It's there and it's not moving and it's strong. I know it is. But yeah. That's something we got to fix. Strong but ugly. But yeah, the inside of the rocker, no one's going to see it, but yeah, those are yeah. You know what would help? A lift. I can't put a lift in here until I get the stupid car out. And I have to put these pieces in, so can't roll the car. Car won't roll right now. In fact, it'll fold. It'll fold badly if I put it down on 4 wheels right now. I know, I'm just messing. Well, I'm just telling, dickhead. I mean, hi. How much gas do I got? I'm gonna need to go to air gas this week. We're running out. Let me see, just on a side note. 200 PSI. Yeah, we're not gonna have much more. Still amazing that the thing held together. Yeah, we were doing burnouts in it and stuff. I really hope I didn't bend everything out of whack when we did a burnout, because we did a pretty gnarly burnout in here. Hey, Couchy. All right, let me just check. Let's check to see, are we still... We're all right. So top down, huh, Geek? Front to back or back to front? All right, we'll do this one right here. Did the same thing. Maybe I'm just not holding this at the right angle. Hold on. Let's try to... I might be going too fast too. That also could be a thing.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Thanks for the resub. All right, let's try to fix up some of this. Yeah, the bead just drops every time I try to do this. It just drops out. Maybe I should get a more dead-on approach, you know? Let's try that. Let's try that over here. Or it could just fall, you know, and fall onto my fingers. That's good too. That one did it. That one was right. Oh, I see what I was doing wrong. I'm moving too quick. Okay, hold on, ready? Yep. I was moving too fast. That's what I was doing wrong. Well, that's good. I should be able to get the rest of these pretty straightforward now. Of course, I screwed that one up, you know, whatever. There we go. Nice. Yeah, all right. Yeah, your boy's just an idiot. Don't worry about it. I'm just a moron, so it's fine.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Thanks for the resub. All right, I'm gonna get these last three correctly. Yeah, geez, that's really nice when you do it correctly. Yeah, some of these are going to need to get ground down. Some of them aren't, though, but some of them are. Okay, let me just tack up on the edge here, join it all together, and then we will get the grinder. Okay, a couple more things to plug up. Shh. Sweet. Like I said, it ain't pretty, but it, you know, it'll work. This is definitely there. It's definitely part of the car. It ain't going nowhere now. I mean, we're gonna have to smooth the edge out, so when the rocker butts up to it, it's nice and smooth. But then again, we can self-tapper and clamp the son of a gun into position. There we go, plug that one up. There we go, that one's all plugged. That one's plugged. That one. Sick. Cool. Wire brush will help me see where it needs just a little bit more. Okay, right there. All right, well, that piece is in. Here we go. Sweet. Like, this is all kind of not lining up and stuff, but that's on purpose. I gave myself more material than I needed, so I can go back with the angle grinder and just cut it and make it nice and straight. There's a little teensy weensy bit of warpage here, but that's fine. It's okay. Hit it with a grinder, slap some paint on it, nobody will know. Yeah, some of those plug welds are bad. Is this under the door? Yeah, me it is. Yoda, you're saying I'm just becoming an engineer with no doctorate, self-made man. I'm very sure you can make money doing something other than streaming. Always hedge your bets, dude. I mean, Yoda, that's exactly what I'm doing. Welding is a very useful skill that I still have not mastered, but I can do it. I can get stuff to hold. That's a big deal. If streaming for whatever reason or being a STEM educator on the internet doesn't work, oh, I can pivot. Easy peasy. Never put all your eggs in one basket. That's the whole point. It's kind of the point of the exercise here. That flange idea was money. No, it was good. Yeah, it was really good. So I'm working right down here. This is the piece that I just put in. That's called a inner rocker panel on a unibody car. It is the primary structural carrier for longitudinal loads on the vehicle. What does that mean? It connects the front and the rear of the car together. That's why I really want these welds to be very, very strong. You couldn't do it last year. You're always learning. Always be learning, dude. Always learn how to do a new thing. One of these days, I'll crack open software engineering and we'll figure out how to do that. That'll be easier for chat to help me with, I think. But yeah. I mean, how many people out there could say they've built cars? Like actually built a car. This car, dude, when we're done with this, we'll have built this damn thing. There's not going to be a bolt on this car that we haven't touched. And that's cool. I think that's neat. Do you think you will try Halo CE Remastered? What? I mean, Yum Food, you know I love Halo. You know I'm on about Halo. I love Halo. The first Halo came out 25 years ago. 25 years ago. Let it go, dude. Let it go. Come up with a new franchise. Like, let it go. And I'm saying that as a Halo nutcase. Merkers, Ford hat working on a Mopar? Well, we got a rep. Got a rep. Mercs, got to do that. I think doing this would get you prison in Europe. Yoda, I could make this car pass TUV. In Germany, I could get it to pass TUV. Sure. My welds are adequate enough. The other part is that they're not going to see them. I know I could get it to pass TUV because my state has basically the equivalent. It's not as bad as TUV, but it's close. I have something that's more like MOT in England. That's what state inspection here is like. It's pretty serious stuff. They'll go over the car. Best news we almost got was 343 going away. Yep. Car's looking good. I haven't caught a garage stream in a while. Mercs, I'm fixing the inner rocker. I just put that big piece, the bigger piece on the right in. And some of the, we came up with the idea of using, I have a pneumatic punch that I can do to punch holes for plug welding stuff, but it also has a flange on it. So the patch panels, I came up with the idea of punching the flanges, putting a flange up top, right, and then punching holes in it, and that makes it so much easier to put these things in. Yeah, and I know it looks super crooked right now and everything, guys. It's straight. It's just the bottom edges aren't aligned, and it does have a little bit of waviness to it, but that's okay. Yeah, it's still pretty warm. So I put a flange up here, and I punched a bunch of holes an inch apart, and we plug welded them. Some of the plug welds are really good. Some of my plug welds suck ass, but whatever. But the welds are pure here, guys. I can tell because they're nice and silver. And as long as they're not porous, that's all I care about. These ones that are to the seat belts are definitely, or to the seat holders are definitely not porous. Those are very strong. This is a very, very strong piece. Yeah, it moves up here if you, it moves up there if you try to move it. It moves the rest of the car with it, which is what we want. And it's not a lot, but it'll still do it. Probably should have self-tappered some of those holes in, but that's okay. All right, we want to do the next piece. Oh, I'm sorry, that expensive piece. Alex, you forgot smoking lamp. I'm sorry, this expensive base. But yeah, making progress, dude. That's pretty good. You're gonna paint these before you fit them, did you? Yeah. They're painted with weld-through primer on both sides, Crow. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're weld-through primer on both sides. So, yeah, if there's any metal on metal that I can't get to with seam sealer later or something, we can. It won't rust from the inside out. At least not for a long time. I always wonder if we'll ever see a good arena FPS again. Extraction shooters kind of killed it, dude. I hate extraction shooters. They're so stupid. It's not fun. It's just if you drop and you're relatively good at shooting, if you drop and you get a good weapon, like, that's dumb. That's dumb. I hate extraction shooters. They suck. Give me a 5v5. 5v5 arena shooter like Counter-Strike or Halo or something. Heck, even something like Tribes would be pretty cool nowadays. Can you imagine like a 32 on 32 Tribes game? That would be pretty righteous, man. Or like, I mean, UT. I like Tribes better than UT, but that's just me. Look at that, though. We got a Got a freaking rocker panel, man. That's cool. We're rebuilding it. Gotta be real. I hate Counter-Strike. It's like sitting in traffic at People Corner and then some light gamer domes you and then you have to watch everyone else play. I like 5v5 elimination shooters, man. That's what I grew up on. But yeah, I could see how people wouldn't like that. You know what, dudes? Hold on. Let me see if I can... I have a leftover piece up here. See, we got to bridge the rest of this gap. This is the original patch piece that I had. I'm wondering if I could like flip this over, cut it down to size and use it to bridge this. Yeah. Because there's a part of this that's flat, right? It's flat like this. And then there's the angled part, which I've been flanging, you know? I'm not gonna do this exactly, right? But that'd be kind of cool. Kind of nice to be able to just, it gives me something to build right here. Helps me see the shapes a little better. Nice. Dude, we've almost got this thing rebuilt. We've got a couple more pieces that we have to patch on the back over there, but we can actually use more of this piece to do that. I was gonna say, having a bridge piece right here might help us. Then we could flange a piece top and bottom there. Bridge that. Or we could just make this whole one piece. Like, we could just make it one piece. That really wouldn't be... Yeah. I don't know. How would you guys go about doing this? We have to bridge from here to there. Don't worry about this part. That's gonna... Yeah, I'll have to do a custom piece over there, but that's okay. So it's angled in, and then this part right here is flat. It's flat for about 1 inch. That's where the pinch weld will be, where the rocker comes in, because the rocker's kind of C-shaped like this, and it attaches here and here. So it kind of goes around like that. So we got to keep this bottom part flat. I already have it flat over there because that piece is flat, and then where that triangle is where it moves from being completely flat to an angled shape. You can see the crease mark right there. See it? So what I'll do is I'll just cut that piece out eventually, and then I'll just put it in place and start zapping it. But this piece we got to worry about too. The transmission cross member should be right here. You can see what's left of it is right here. It should go up here, and then it should butt up against this thing. So the reason why I wanted this last part to have the seam very high up is so we could have meat on the metal here to patch that all together. Yeah, just on future reference, it's better to just make all this stuff out of one gigantic freaking piece. This is about as big as we could get. Much less time with the welder too. All right, here, let me go up. I've been asking you guys questions. Make a hidden box you can access through the new floor. 2 to 1 piece, use the press brake. That's what I did with the piece on the left, Couchy, yeah, so. All right, let's start taking some measurements. (13 5/8, give or take. How long is this one supposed to be? So it's 4 1/4. This one's 4 1/4. We have to have a 1/2 inch for the flange. So we're talking 4 3/4 by 13 5/8. Cool. All right, let's go mark that. You're gonna get Vivitard, chat. Let's go get a piece of metal and we'll mark it and then we'll make it. Let's make that piece. Let's finish the stupid thing. Might as well, we're here. So I have some, is this 16? Yes, it is, all right. We can use this piece. Let me get the tape measure and the pen. It's better than what you had when you had was nothing previously. Yes. Precisely. So 14 5/8 is right here. Let's make sure we're square. And we're 4 3/4 long. I like using these paint pens. I lost my red one, which I was pissed about, but we have these. We have this, so this works. Cool. There's the piece that we need. T-square, baby. T-square. All right, now we got to cut this bad boy. I just got to make sure I don't cut through my damn welding table when I do. Okay. Got the cutoff wheel ready to go. Let me get a face mask and my hearing protection. Headphone users, that thing is loud, dude. It's very loud. Turn your volumes down. All right, you guys ready? Headphone users, you've been warned. Panel started moving. All right, long cut time. Just want to make sure it doesn't move like that again. That was not cool. I hate it when that thing rides like that. It's very annoying. There you go. And I didn't even screw up the welding table. All right. Sweet. I'm going to take this thing onto the bench grinder and just deburr it real quick. There we go. Just give me 1 sec. Cool. There's a, in case anybody's wondering, I didn't have a face mask on doing that. There's a shield on the bench grinder. So, there we go. There we go. Nice clean piece. I like deburring everything. I mean, that's what you should be doing, so you can touch it and you can grab it without cutting your fingers. All right, so let's go look. So this piece is gonna be a 1/2 inch too big. So if I butt it up here, oh. What the hell? Hi? Hello? Measure twice, cut once. That says 14 5/8. Maybe it was 13 5/8. It's way too big. That's what she said. Yeah, 13. Idiot. Learn to read the damn tape measure. 13 5/8. It's 1 inch too big. That's okay. It's okay. Actually, you know what? That gives me an idea. Gives me a good idea. A real good idea. Let's go over to the Vivitar. Yeah, it was 13. Yeah, I'm an idiot. All right, so what if we, we have metal on either side. I was gonna say, if we took a 1/2 inch, because we are 14 5/8. Actually, this, yeah, it's 14. It's between 14 5/8 and 14 3/4. All right. Well, if we left an inch on either end, or if we took a 1/2 inch off each side, that's an inch total, right? And we could flange tabs that. No, we don't want to do that because it'll pinch the rocker. Crap. All right, cool. Just cut an inch off. Square the ruler to the edge. Actually, you know what? That's the factory cut edge. I'll use the other side here. There we go. Oh, I got a message. Might be important. All right, let's just lop this off. Headphone users, this is loud. Headphone users, you've been warned. I gotta stop, that disc is delaminating. Woo, that was close. That disc is shot. It delaminated. It almost came apart. That would have sucked. I don't think that edge was very straight. Yeah, that almost got spicy real fast. That is why you wear face protection. Because if that disc came apart, it's like a shrapnel grenade going off. I've had one come apart. I've had one come apart on me before, and I was cutting something. I was down on one knee cutting something like this, right? And a part came off and stuck into my knee right here. I still have the scar from it, and I didn't notice. And I got up, and I'm like, whoa. Oh! Oh, that's good. Yeah. Frickin' went right into my knee. I have a nice scar there. Yeah, that was when I was working on parts for the 59, long time ago. Battle scars, baby.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Who was that? Hey, Urban. What's up, mate? Mate, I got me Ford hat on, mate. I work on this piece of crap Dodge. But I got me Ford hat. We got to make sure we rep. Got to rep the right colors, mate. That's not what you want, bud. No, 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 it's not. Score. Yeah. That edge is not exactly straight, but yeah, I'd rather have a slightly cut edge that I have to get with the deburr, right? Or get with the die grinder just to make it straight, rather than a piece of disc in my knee. I just pulled the thing right through, just made sure I didn't want it to get wrecked. I didn't want my knee to get wrecked or anything else. I saw the disc start to delaminate and I was like, no, you know what? We're not doing that. Huh. It's got to go a lot more. Gotta go about another ½ inch on each side. What the hell's that about? Yeah, it's about a ½ inch. How did it? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I can't read a tape measure. Leave me alone. All right, so I'll cut another ½ inch out of this, not with that disc. We'll put a new disc on. Forgot to change the camera. Sorry about that, dudes. Just going to leave a little bit more on there than I think. We'll mark it, the new yellow paint. And let me switch the disc out. That flap disc is hosed. Junk. You know what? I'm just gonna throw all these out. They're all hosed. I had a bunch just sitting on my desk there. You know what? We're just gonna get rid of them. I don't really feel like getting on Twitch fails today. You know what I mean? Here we go. I got a fresh wheel here. Fresh wheel. Okay. Headphone users, again, I'm just gonna lop the last bit off here. Yeah, this gets loud, just bear with me. There we go. All right, let's check for fit now. What the hell? Oh, Mr. Krabs, I am so confused. Why is it? These edges probably aren't square, are they? No, they are not. That's why it didn't fit. Okay. It'll fit where it matters though, and then we're just gonna have to patch that, and that's gonna look like doo-doo. Oh no, not Mike McDoodoo. Yeah, it'll work. I'm gonna have to make a super weird piece over there, but it's all right. It's okay. All right, let's get to flanging. Who is this baby face that took EJ's place? This is aerodynamic EJ, man. There we go. D-Bird. All right, so what I need to do is get the pneumatic tool and flange one side of this. I did the other pieces on the vise over there, so I'll go up to the high cam dudes, and you guys will see me over there with the with that working. I got to shut the welder off because we got to turn the compressor on. Yeah, they don't like being on at the same time. So what I'm doing is, where's the puncher? Where did it go? Did I leave it over here? Oh yeah, it's still over here. So let me show you guys, just in case you haven't seen the Chief. I have a pneumatic punch. It can punch holes in things on the left side, and the top has a little step piece where you can make a flange. And what I've been doing is flanging one side of this and keeping it, it allows it so you can plug weld instead of having to seam weld the whole damn thing. Much easier-ish. Get a hairy sponsor? Oh, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I noticed that everybody, at least around here, every single person in their late 30s is bald with a freaking beard. And I'm just not about that. Like, I don't know. Just like, okay, I'm kind of over it. And I was going that way, and I decided instead of that, you know, take care of you. Just try taking care of yourself instead. You know, maybe if you don't eat like trash, do something about it. It'd be nice. But okay, guys, mute the stream. The compressor is coming on. It's gonna be loud, so just mute it. I gotta just do this flange real quick. I'll show you when I'm done. Cool. Okay, sorry about that. I know that's loud. I apologize. I'll show you the flange piece now. Oh yeah, dude. That comes out real good. I love that thing. That tool does a really good job. Really good job. What's he doing? I will show you what he is doing. I used a pneumatic punch to make a flange. See that? So anyways, I just started flanging. You sit on a throne of lies. He lies. Why are we flanging? Any questions? That's basically where that is. Okay. I got to mark out that bottom bend. I'm not a big car person, so you don't know what's going on. What exactly are we doing right here? Hey, Dupid. Yeah, no problem. Car content on Twitch is not like the most popular thing around. So I'm rebuilding the structure to this vehicle. This car's rust. They're made out of metal. Over time, they'd rust. This car's 57 years old. It was rusty. It still is rusty, but I'm getting most of the rust off. This piece that I'm making is part of what's called an inner rocker. I could get into what the inner rocker does, how it's the primary load pathway for longitudinal structural support in the vehicle. It holds the front and the rear of the car together. That's a really much easier way to say it. This car is a unibody, so the structure is built in to the body of the car. So like, see this part that's not here? Obviously it's not there. It's actually behind me right here. So this piece goes on here. When this piece goes on here, it's gotta be straight because the structure of the car is going through the body, okay? So that's called a unibody in cars. Every car nowadays, like every single one of them. SUVs or crossover SUVs, cars, they're all unibody nowadays. It's cheaper. It's cheaper and it could potentially be stronger than like, well, I wouldn't say stronger than a frame car, but yeah, you know, like 50 years ago or 60 years ago, most cars had like a chassis, right? It had the wheel, the front wheels and the rear wheels, and it was connected on two big pieces of metal called frame rails, and then you put the body on top of that. In the 60s, they started switching, like every automaker started switching over to unibody because it's easier. With unibody, you don't have to have a chassis fabrication place. You don't have to make the chassis. The body is the chassis. So hence unibody. It marries the chassis and the frame, or the body and the frame into one thing. So this is, long story short, I'm rebuilding underneath the doors over there. You can see it down there. I'm rebuilding underneath the doors right there. That camera is, yeah, you can see the air freshener up there at the top. I didn't notice that. This piece is the inner rocker that forms the frame that goes to the back of the car. It connects the front and the back of the car together. It was rusty. I think I might have the original piece of it. I think I cleaned up today. I put them over here. I think I put them in the box, but I'll use the frame rail as kind of a thing here. So this is probably about the state of rust that this thing was in. Why no YouTube? I plan for this to be a short car stream before we start Space News 8 Tour. So yeah, this is pretty much what I was dealing with. It looks like the surface of Mars, dude. Yeah, driving around on this is like death wish, because this is not stable. You never know, it just could come apart. The car could just come apart going down the road. So I'm replacing it. Not only is the steel that I'm using to replace the main structural parts of the car new, it's thicker. I'm rebuilding this with 16 gauge steel instead of 18. 18 is what the factory used. It's just a little bit thicker, like 0.2 mil thicker. It's not that much thicker. It's like 250 thou or something. It's not a lot, if that made any sense. It's just a smidge thicker because I want more structure in this car. Did I do any element analysis on why, like how much thicker this steel should actually be? Not really. 16 gauge is just a smidge thicker than what came from the factory. The reason why I'm doing that is because, well, the engine in it is 57 years old and it works. It works just fine. It's a 5.2 liter V8. The problem is that it's a 5.2 liter V8 from 1969. So it makes like 150 horsepower on a good day. And yeah, it was like 180 from the factory, so it's probably like 120. Now it's tired. It works, and it'll get you around. Probably get another 100,000 miles out of it. But that's not what. Yeah, I don't want to do all this work to fix the car and may have it have like 120 horsepower. We're not doing that. Thanks for explaining it. Yeah, of course, dude. Just ask me questions. I like teaching people as I go, and I'm teaching myself as I go very much here, but yeah, I do like teaching people as well. It's fun. It's a good time. Sorry, a unibody car is called a monocoque in Europe. Yeah, you guys call it that. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I did this project because I want to learn some hands-on stuff. I can work in a shop, I can work on an engine, I can work on a car. I've never built a car from the ground up, ever. It's kind of a bucket list thing. So that's what we're gonna do. Hey Wefrel, what's up, dude? But yeah, I originally intended this stream to not be very long, but it kind of got away from me there. It's almost 4:45. Let's get this piece bent up and then painted and see where it goes from there. Monocoque is also an aviation term for a stressed skin fuselage design. Yeah, Nader, yeah, there you go. Your dad's a mechanic, so it's odd I didn't end up somewhat a car person. Dude, but I ain't trying to talk bad about your old man, but a lot of the old timers gatekeep it from us young kids. Like, yeah, either that or your old man. If your old man's like, dude, like to be a mechanic, you gotta love it because being a mechanic's a pain in the butt, especially if you're like an independent mechanic, because then you have to deal with people. I don't necessarily have to do that. But yeah, I find that the old timers don't really like telling us youngins, and I say young and I'm 37, but I dealt with that a lot. All my uncles and stuff had like Corvettes and stuff, and they really were like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't need it. You're on the computer all day. I'm like, yeah, okay, pal. But yeah, I mean, he's not that old. Well, that's good, man. Yeah. Cars are cool, man. It's fun. It's a big Lego kit, dude. If you mess with like an old car, it's just a big Lego kit. Actually, it's closer to Meccano or Erector. But yeah, it's fun, dude. It's really fun messing with this stuff. I enjoy it a lot. Building a car is cool. It's fun. But yeah, you got to have a certain amount of knowledge to be able to do this, right? Like I had to level the car. I had to get it up in the air and I had to level the damn thing. Because if I don't level it and the car is crooked and I build it all back level, when I put it down, it's going to be nose into the ground. I don't want to do any of that. So yeah, this was a lot of work, but
Discovery,
it's fun, man. I enjoy it. Hey, Hokie, what's going on? How you doing? I'm all right, Baron. I'm doing just fine. It's almost It's 4:45. Let me finish up this piece and then we'll go. We'll do some space news. What are we doing next here? Let me just check my fitment again. So dude, but that's where the sucker goes right there. If I wasn't after anything mechanical, so I had to learn car stuff on my own. My dad is a machinist, guys. I mean, he sells tools now and stuff, but he was a machinist, so I kind of had some taste of it. But yeah, I learned how to work on cars by, you know, I had the luxury of being gifted the 59. My uncle gave it to me. He's like, yeah, here, learn how to car, and then I did. I rebuilt that stupid thing in my parents' driveway. You guys saw me do it. I streamed it. How's Bree and Titan? Everything's good, man. Yeah, we're all fine here. What about designing a car? I'm not sure if I'm smart enough to design one. I can build one though. But yeah, here, let me get my marker. Let me get my paint marker. Paint marker is great for writing on metal. Works way better than a Sharpie. So Dupid, see this piece goes right here. Right? She goes right up against it here, but if you look, we ain't lining up over there too well. What I'm looking for here is I have to put a bend in this damn piece. And this is where the bend needs to be, right? There. Cool. Below that. Sweet. So I needed a mark where the piece needs to be flat. Another piece called the outer rocker welds up to these pieces. And see how this edge is flat up here? This piece is angled inward, and then it needs to be flat, basically from that yellow mark down. Needs to be nice and flat. So I have a press brake, or I have a metal brake that's big enough for a piece like this. We'll be able to bend it. And we'll put the bend in this piece, and then we'll line it up and start punching some holes. So when's your dad gonna bring over a Bridgeport? I don't know. All right, let me put this on the metal brake. I don't have a metal brake camera. This is it's just a big thing that looks like a door, and you can use it to bend pieces of metal. I need my big old clamps for this. Yeah, so like you have one piece that's on the table and then another piece moves, and you can get the bend that you need. We only need maybe a 5 to 10 degree bend here. It's not a lot. So I got to clamp this thing into the brake, and then we send it. There we go. Done. Just needed a little one. So check this out. See? I just put a little bend in this. And now let's see how she matches. That conversation sounded like you had that conversation. It sounded like you had that conversation and lost. No, not necessarily, man. Yeah, baby. There it is. That's perfect. Yeah, I'm looking at how some of this lines up. I'm not really liking what I see here. It's not lining up over there. You see that? Obviously, we cut the stupid piece too short, but it's okay. That sucker needs to be. That's almost aligned. It's pretty damn close. And then we're just gonna need to pull this out to match it up. Yes. There we go. Yeah, that's good, man. That's real good. Yeah. This piece warped a little bit when I zapped it, but that's okay. Look at that, man. That's pretty freaking straight. It's pretty good. I am once again unsure as to what's going on over here. That piece is just some weird geometric shape, and then this piece warped a little bit too. So, oh, that's what happened. It did warp when I tacked it. It's okay. I can put a bridge piece. I can put a bridge piece right there. Fix that all up, make it look nice. But this all lines up. That's good. Good. Pull this out just a smidge. Nice. Very good. This almost lines up perfectly, man. That's really good. But see, like the bottom edges I didn't make match. We'll cut those to the right size when this is all welded in. The other thing I got to be careful of is that this piece is where the transmission cross member, so the piece that holds the transmission and the back of it's called the back of the front of the car. It's right here, and I need to make sure that it butts up against this and it's nice and flat. And we look to be in business here, dudes. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, this was throwing me because this was warped. Yeah, I might just, I'm not gonna zap that, but bridging this piece is gonna suck. It's like maybe a ½ inch. I think I got a piece of scrap that can make that work. Nice. That's real good, man. This thing is actually pretty damn straight. We nailed this piece. I'm pretty happy. It pretty much lines up with everything here. Once again, that piece notwithstanding, something weird's going on over there. I don't know what's going on, but we can fix it, no problem. Yeah, and then I'll just zap it, make it all straight. It'll look real good. Nice. How's that look on camera, dudes? Let me go take a look. Yay to add to the car, that's right. Article, you felt the 6.1 earthquake in the Gulf 3 hours ago in Cocoa, Florida. Oh, geez, man. Now see on camera, it looks like she's a little low on this side. Let me just reach up in here, feel around. Go ahead, snoop around. Just don't let me catch you with an animal in here, Ventura, that's all. All right, take care now, bye-bye then. Hey, loser. pretty good. Let me just see. Yeah, something on camera, it looks like it's just edged forward a little bit. No, that's pretty even. It's probably just my crooked edge down here. Quake was northwest of Cuba. Well, one went off and there was an earthquake and a tsunami in the Philippines this morning too. Interesting. Hey, Sea Kraken, what's up, dude? I'm going to use my big pliers. Big pliers, big pliers. Nice. That's good, man. That'll work. Killer. Did you hear the meteor the other day? I was in my basement cleaning. I didn't hear it. All right, it's 5 o'clock, dudes. I gotta punch holes in this thing. You know what? I'll just do that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow and we'll do like a whole episode on finishing this thing up. And then you can watch me crappily plug weld everything. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Dude, we almost have a whole rocker. We almost got it. There's a small piece in the back and then that little trapezoidal piece up at the front. And then, believe it or not, I think that's it. Like, look at that. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Yeah, it's pretty good, man. Pretty good. All right, cool. So, cut the trap now. What do you mean? I'll work on the rest of this tomorrow, dude. We got to get going for Space News. Oh, the trapezoid. Nah, I'm good. I'll cut it. It's probably better if I cut it off stream so I don't blow out people's eardrums, dude. So let me just go make sure I shut the gas off on the welder. And we will go from there. Cool, that's all off. All right, give me a second to go wash up, dudes, and then I will, we'll be back for Space News. Yeah, that was good progress, man. Tomorrow, when I don't have something to do in the morning, I will, yeah, I'll come out here. I'll cut all the pieces, Buzzy. I'll cut all the pieces out, and then I'll get all the holes punched for that. And then, yeah, once that's all good to go, we'll weld it all back together, dude. And then, dude, once that rocker's good to go, man, we're gonna be in good condition. We're gonna be in good freaking condition, dude. Yeah, good stuff. All right, give me like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, actually probably 20 minutes. We'll start up Space News at 5:30. All right, I'll be back in a sec.